and like their neck
He's
tell,
gonna
like,
come so much.
Give him
like
the
definitely.
they're like
Give him the
texting each
finger.
other. And when I got the tongue in there, I was like, oh, I love you.
You're buying a ring.
I love you so much.
Life is a challenge.
How do you get through it?
Laughing at the dark and dirty. We walk you through all the naughty secrets of the adult industry, and you get to be a fly on the wall with two best friends in the business of boobs.
We want to hear your dirty secrets too.
If you have stories to share, questions for us, need advice, then send us an email to twndpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 702-900-6446. We'll always be laughing here. It's our favorite way to cope. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, share with a friend, and leave us a rating wherever you listen to podcasts. And we thank you for coming this week. The casino growing up.
That's a great video. She has like tassels on and probably all on meth, and Ike Turner kicking the out of her off stage, and
literally
and figuratively beating the out of her.
That was like a
Dance. Yeah, that
Keep
was.
moving.
Did Tina Turner
3
do
shows
meth?
a night.
I don't know, but let's start that rumor.
Okay,
Let's start that rumor.
I'm down.
That Tina Turner did meth.
Well, you never know.
We can start the rumor.
Sometimes I'll be talking to people, and it's like people I've known for like a while, right? And then out of nowhere, there's like, "You want some Coke?" I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
You do Coke?" They're like, "Yeah, just like keep it on me." I'm like, "Really, y'all?"
That's hysterical.
No, thank you.
What do they call it? Powder?
Yeah.
I was
Is
like,
that what they call blow now?
well, I have no idea, but
Who
that's
knows?
what someone had said.
There's
Like, they
that
were
term of like going skiing.
do you want powder?
One skiing. I don't. It's been years. I used to be very good at it.
I talk about
You were
drugs
a
like I do
professional
them.
skier?
I was very good at inhaling.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Here. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever actually skied though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was younger. Yeah.
Cool.
Upstate New York, and yeah.
Nice. I
Ski is
did a lot of skiing in Michigan and then up in Canada. Went to Colorado a couple
Skiing's
times.
wonderful, but then you get older and you're like knees, hips, and everything, and it's like you'd be physically fit to do it.
Yeah.
I'll go to Park City's beautiful. I'll go to Park City and like hang out and have drinks in the lodge and watch people. You go nuts.
Do you go to Lee Canyon here? Like
I haven't. And I need to bring my kids up there.
It's awesome.
It's gorgeous.
You can just go up there, and they have like that cool little like restaurant or like bar that like overlooks the like slopes and stuff.
Yep.
So like it's kind of cool just to sit out there and like.
I grew up in upstate New York. I'm actually flying out tomorrow to go see my dad again.
Oh, nice.
It's like Canandaigua, south of Rochester.
Wow, my boyfriend's actually born and raised in Rochester.
So yeah,
that's like he
I went to
knows
college
that
there,
area.
and,
Wow.
Yeah, Canandaigua Lake is where I was from most of my whole life there.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
Very cold.
Cold as
Man. Yeah, I hear
cold
stories.
And beautiful in the summer, but my dad's there. He's 81, so I go every 2 months to go see him.
Wow.
And flying. My girlfriend's coming up from Tampa.
Yeah.
I had to get her clothes. I feel like her sugar daddy. Hysterical. She did an Amazon wish list of what to get.
Yeah, and you're just like, I got it.
Because I'm like, honey, what do you need? Don't overthink it. Just put boots, earmuffs, long underwear, cute couple, warm tops.
That's good.
Quilt pants.
That's
whatever.
a good boyfriend right there.
Yeah.
Dude, please. I am punching way above my weight class being with her.
So you got to keep up.
If you saw her and then look at this, it's like, she's 5'7", thigh gap, red hair, age appropriate. She's 42. I'm 54. So it's like, what do you need?
Perfect.
What the Jeff Bezos, deliver it.
That's good.
Done.
Personally.
Do you feel like it's better like with having the age closer? Because I know some people are super into like the age difference, right? But I've always kind of found, for me personally, like my own age group is a bit better, but like not younger. I would not want to go younger than me. You know what I mean?
How old are you?
Don't you hate ads? They take away from the conversation. But you can go ad-free with us at patreon.com/TWND podcast. We create monthly photo sets, host Zoom chats for our dirtbag tiers, and even create short films. We have a wholesome pledge option if you want to show a little support, or dirtbag tier if you want to go all the way with us. We release episodes a day early for all tiers, and each episode is ad-free. So if you want to level up, go to patreon.com/TWND podcast and show your support. I'm 32.
It depends on, I think, sex, because men mature later on.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And so most guys that are in their, like, say, late 20s, younger than you, have their head so far up, they have no idea what to do. Like, I had no clue what to do until I was, like, in my late 30s, early 40s. And I admit that. But I think that at my age, when I was married for 13 years, and then when I first got divorced, you go through your hoe phase. And then I was, if you had a we're going at it.
Yeah.
And that was like 20s, 30s, 40s. I found out, you go through like the 20s thing, hot, wonderful, but then you got to talk to them. You got a conversation with them, and there's nothing there to talk about usually. There's one girl that we dated for a little bit, didn't work out. We're still great friends. She is an old soul. She's like 23, 24, and we're like best friends.
Yeah.
And love her. Beyond that, no.
Yeah.
No, and there's nothing, I know it now for a fact, now with my girlfriend, there's nothing hornier demographic-wise than a woman in her 40s. It's like
That's true.
pre-menopause, something going on with the hormones there, and it's like, let's roll.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely hornier now than when I was in my 20s.
And it just gets better.
Yeah.
From what I know from experience from, dating girls my age now.
Yeah, and people are
Jesus.
like living a lot
In our
longer. People are
prime.
healthier a lot longer. All
Yeah.
that stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
but I do want to do an introduction. So welcome back to the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast. I'm Molly Stewart. If you do not know yet, we have Laura Contreras over here on second mic,
Hey.
and we have guest Jeff Fargo from Fargo Talks Podcast, which I was just lucky enough to come on. That's how I got the cool merch.
Not physically.
Yeah, did she really come?
Metaphorically.
Not that kind of show.
No.
Thank you for being
It was a good
here.
episode, not a great episode.
It could have been great, but they were
Could've
like,
been.
we don't think we can do that here.
It's just,
We're gonna get
yeah.
demonetized. It's a whole thing.
Not enough Gore-Tex for stuff to clean up, and it just wasn't. A lot of cloth seats.
Well, we weren't prepared.
Next
We're
time
not.
we'll get some squeegees, and
Yeah.
like it's raining at Wimbledon. Just
Oh,
fucking get this stuff.
it's not quite like that
Like
with
we're
me.
curling.
Yeah, like curling. I love that. It's a great one.
Yeah.
Just pushing it along.
There's actually someone told me there's a curling center here in Las Vegas.
There is.
I want to do that sometime.
Yo, we should go.
I'm like,
that would be so
I want
fun.
to curl.
That would be so
I just think I just think it'd be fun. I
I
want to be
would
the guy.
go and cheer you on.
I want to
I'd be
push
like,
the stone.
yeah.
I'm not going to be the guy that goes like this. I'll break a hip. I'm too
I
old.
would. I'd know how to do that.
Well,
Just
that-
like this.
You would be the
that's-
leader.
Yeah.
Totally.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, I hate this. I don't want to be here. Lord, drag me into this.
That'd be wonderful B-roll for
And
you
I'd be
also,
like-
by the way.
And I'd be recording going, yeah,
Make sure hair and makeup is on point.
this is fantastic.
It's just me dead-eyeing the camera. Like,
Exactly. Side
Chin
glare.
up a little. Okay.
I've actually found in photos, I'm like, I was thinking about this on cam the other night because I was doing a live stream. I was like, I got to put my chin down. I don't know what it is about me that I'm like, you know what? My jawline is big. Let's accentuate that by going like this. Like in all my photos, I'm looking down like this and Laura's shooting up. And I'm like, I just look like I'm playing the Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents. Like, I don't know what's happening, but my jaw's way too big to be doing that. Tilt your head down. Tilt your head down. It's like, I don't know how. It's like when I laugh and I throw my whole head back. Like, it's not.
Just honey bunny, you need to just embrace who you are and just be
Oh,
happy
I
with
do.
it.
Beautiful.
Just
But for photos, sometimes I'll be like, everything about this photo I love, except that my head looks like this. Like,
celebrate that big old jaw.
just cut it off right at the head.
California condor wingspan. The whole thing going. You're
See,
good.
I've done those before. Like the
You're
Yeah.
good.
On all
good.
of those photos, just Photoshop Julia's head on you. Her dog.
Oh my God. That can be done. Use AI. Just use AI and you could do it.
You could definitely.
Just do it.
It was funny because you've mentioned AI, and I had played with Photoshop for a little bit, and I was editing a photo for my man, just for like Instagram, stories, and it was a horizontal. So I'm like, I got to make vertical. So I did the top bit, and that blended it really well. He was doing this power move, so there's like these straps, and it continued the straps up. I was like, that's cool. Let's take care of the bottom. And he was doing it where he's hanging, so his feet are behind him. No matter what I put into the prompts, it gave him legs. The craziest legs you've ever seen.
That's awesome.
One of them was like a Street Fighter pose. So with the photo, he has these big, thick legs, and he's like this with these big, chunky legs. Another one, it had like this demon foot. Like one foot looked normal, and one was like a claw, and they were crossed like this. And one, his legs were wrapped like this, and then displayed like this on the ground. But imagine like that.
See, to me, that's a great reel. That'd be a great carousel post. I would just make that a carousel post and all different types of feet, and let people comment.
Let it go.
Let them comment.
And then I was like, remember, I was like, maybe when you typed in on the AI thing, like, no feet, it meant like, it thought like you didn't have feet. So it added them.
It's being nice.
But those were the strangest choices.
Yeah, it's paying it forward.
Legs.
Yeah, I would. Like I'd post all that as even like a slideshow. Make it a slideshow and just do that because it's.
I woke up to those messages the next morning and I saw them and I was like, she's all laughing and I'm like, what's so funny about these photos? I'm like staring at them.
Because at first glance it just looks normal.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, these are not. Oh, those are legs that are really not his. Because his legs are in the air.
Yeah.
Well, but you could be like, he takes Pilates. Yeah. You know, he's a yogi.
Yeah. See, if those were my photos, I would definitely post them. But he has like a professional account, and he's like physiotherapist and stuff. So it's like,
how dare you?
Know.
How dare you even consider that?
There's no BTS on there.
No.
Which is what we do only, really.
I'm the clown in this relationship.
You should set up like a separate account for him of just like a BTS.
That would be hilarious.
I'll just make a fan page of him.
Yes. Do a fan page of him and don't even tell him about it. Just do a fucking fan page of him. And
vote yes.
Your page? Oh, yeah. I vote 1,000 times yes.
2 thumbs up.
I'll help with content.
It'll just be like photos of his butt and jeans when they look really good and then a random weird legs.
Yeah.
And,
but then tying like AI with all of it.
All the AI ones.
They're all AI created.
Yeah. And just do like a Google Doc. We could like a shared Google Doc of like 10 different prompts for every single time you get a different photo.
We can submit submit the prompts on the Patreon.
Yeah, just use Midjourney. Just use Midjourney, man, and just fucking go nuts. That'd be awesome.
Woo. We got to figure out how to monetize it now. How can I? Laura.
Yes.
My lips are so dry.
What happened?
I don't know, but I think if you kiss me, it will help.
No.
Well, in lieu of that, I guess I might go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that I purchase. And luckily, I did, because joining us today, we have sugar-free white grape from Liquid IV. If you've never tried Liquid IV before, Laura, do you want to tell them a little bit about what they can find inside one stick of Liquid IV?
Well, one stick of Liquid IV contains all the vitamins and nutrients that you need to really be hydrated, and it has all the B's.
Vitamin B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C, which are very, very good for your hydration station, which is your body.
Yes.
So if you think that you might be dehydrated, you probably are. If you're seeing this right now or hearing this, you are probably dehydrated, because a lot of people are. And I like to start my morning, every morning, with one stick of Liquid IV, dissolved in 16 to 18 ounces of water. I just put it in my little tumbler, take it out on my day, and I have it before I even start coffee in the morning.
It's the best. And then this is the sugar-free one. Oh, yeah. They're so good. They're all so good.
My personal favorite is white peach. I'm just currently out of white peach because I drank it all. But we love Liquid IV, and if you guys want to give it a try, these are perfect for a stocking stuffer, I would think, for the ho-ho holidays, or any time of year, really. I guess you could really have a stocking any time of year, but right now it's Christmas, so consider it in your gift purchases. You can go to liquidiv.com. Use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. Help the pod, help your hydration, or the hydration of your loved ones. Do you not care about the hydration of the people that you love?
Yes.
Do you want them to walk around all winter with chapped lips?
No.
Depression? Sadness? Those things can come from being dehydrated and just all walks of life, but something that will put a smile on their face is a pack of Liquid IV. So go to liquidiv.com, use code TWND, save 15% on everything that you purchase, and get free shipping. Thank you, Liquid IV, and back to the freaking show.
Ooh.
He's a good-looking guy. I'm sure we can make it work.
Very easy.
Listen, if you get like giant, like, you know, striations and the ham hock fucking quads AI, the gays would love that.
Oh, dude, that's what one of the photos looks like.
That.
It looks like the most muscular, chunky legs, like corgi legs, but a person.
Yeah.
Like they're
corgi
so
legs.
Short.
Corgi legs.
Real thick and meaty. You
Corgis
know?
are all basically calves. Like they don't have a thigh. It's like just calves. It makes it very hard to jump, especially when they're fat.
Picture us with just calves.
Once again, fan page.
So tiny. Do you know what's funny? Like the shortest part of my leg is my calf. Like when you compare my calf
to
my thigh is so long.
I never noticed that.
And then I have weird little calves.
You do?
Like they're short. So if my calves were the length of my mom's calves, I'd be the same height as her. But I just like got chopped off at the calves. They're like, you don't deserve calves.
You're
like
corgi.
5'11".
Okay.
She's like 6'1".
Your mom's 6'1"? God bless her.
Yeah, she's very tall.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Jesus.
And she's tall. Anyway.
Okay, so let's see, boyfriend fan page.
Check.
Corgi's legs, they can't jump.
No.
Molly's quads are longer than her calves.
Yeah.
So anamorphically incorrect.
Yep.
Disproportionate,
Very
we should say. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good episode, guys. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody.
Cha-ching.
Mr. Penis says thank you.
But speaking of weird legs make me think of feet. And you mentioned after recording your pod that you have a foot story to share.
I do.
Because we've been talking about feet quite a bit more.
Yeah.
I talked about feet with my friend Josh Potter on here. We're talking about foot fetish. I've talked about it with a few other people, and it keeps getting brought up. So if you have a story to share,
I have a great story.
I would love to
So
hear
this
it.
is 1995. 1994. This is before, videos and, before things were more open sexually about stuff. And I used to work for a company in New York City, Canon Copiers. And I left the company, but a buddy of mine won their President's Club trip. So I was his +1 to Bermuda. So went on this trip with him. And so we got shit-faced this one night at a club. And this girl and I start dancing. And next thing you know, we go back to the hotel room. It turns out that she was the sister of one of the regional presidents of the company. And she was his +1.
Oh.
And so...
Whoa.
So it was like, if I still worked for the company...
Drama.
It's like if I still worked for Canon, I would have gotten fired for what happened. And we go back to my room, and the lights are off. We start fucking around, and she starts going down. I'm like, great. Go nuts. Let's
go to town. You know what you're
roll,
doing,
sister. Let's roll. But she goes up and down the shaft of my cock a couple times, and then keeps going. And I'm like, okay, now what's going on? And she kisses my quad and goes down my calf, and she starts licking my toes, and then sucking on my big toe, and with such joy and intense vigor, she was just. And so I leaned over, I turned the light on, and I sat back, and my dick went, and I just watched. I just watched this girl, and the worst part was...
So it wasn't a vibe for you. No, your dick wasn't into it.
Fuck no. My dick was what are we doing,
It
Jeff?
went back inside. It's just nope, I'm out.
Literally
shop.
back in the turtle shell. Back in the turtle shell. It was 14 degrees in Bermuda because it was and
oh, wow.
I'm like, God damn it. And the worst part is that this is back in the 90s. I was wearing Seabico topsider, those docksiders that you would wear the boat shoes with the leather laces, and no
when she started
socks,
flossing with them,
no socks. But it was gross because I toe jam, we'd been dancing at a club.
Oh, some people love that.
Sweaty.
They say that's better. Some of them.
Really?
Yeah, some people really like it. So I have the guys who want my feet perfectly pedicured. Don't look at them right now. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll fix it eventually. And then some people who are like, get me right after the gym. I want your socks. I want to lick the lint off of your toes. Ew. The smellier, the better.
Or if they're
people would pay real good money for these. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. Look how gross that is. Makes your dick hard.
That could be yours for $49.99.
That was
and you can finance
freebie.
it right now.
Oh, that's
we accept payments for for $4 a month for 414 months. You can have a fucking slipper right now. This is like QVC.
Gotta
I love
sign
this.
on.
We could do
How
this.
many slippers can we get?
How many slippers can we fucking do? We get a little tally in the corner.
And if you send me a pair of
14,
slippers,
15, 16, 17.
if you send me a pair of slippers, I'll give you a
We're
discount.
sold out.
Like the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy fucking telethon. This fucking thing keeps rolling.
Call in now. Claim your pair
God.
But
today.
wait, there's more. You also get her toenail fucking clippings.
No, you can't do that. My toenails don't really grow that much, and I stub my toes so often that if they do grow long, I stub them off. Yeah, it's really weird. It's very strange how much they do not grow.
That's hysterical.
I just have weird little stubby toenails. There's almost no point to get a pedicure other than to shave off the huge calluses on the bottom of my feet.
Same with me.
But the calluses, though, this is all. I'm trying to monetize you here, Molly. Mm-hmm. The calluses, hey, y'all, comment if there's some part of Molly you would like legally. You're allowed to procure. Maybe it's a toenail clipping.
Oh, I
or
could
some
shave
skin.
the bottoms of my feet, put them in your
Yeah.
Chanel jars, and we could
Yes.
sell the little
Yes.
jars of my
Oh,
foot shavings.
money.
Little bit of shavings.
The problem
Money.
with that is when I do that, my dog tries to eat it. He'll eat it out of the trash.
Ew.
I know it's disgusting.
Ew.
I know.
Okay, if you're interested in
Yeah, if I-
Molly's foot shavings,
anything.
comment.
See if I can
Comment
shave
now.
or save them.
Yeah.
Shave them from mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's disgusting. He has a problem. I can I've had instances where I've like
Oh my God, I love this so much.
I've had like just like something in my mouth and I'll spit like outside because you get like a fuzzy in your mouth or something. I'll spit and he'll go and he'll lick it up off of the ground. Yeah, he's gross. He has a weird obsession with me, and I'm not here for it.
If you want Molly's foot shavings or part of the corgis in there as well, because the corgi could hack it up like a fucking full ball of a cat. Please comment and
Please
just
let us know.
comment
And
with
call
it.
in
Comment,
702-900-6446.
Boom, boom.
There you go.
So the foot stuff doesn't do anything for you, but
No.
like anything at all. Like it's not like if you see a woman's foot, right, and it looks
look
kind
at
of
the foot.
gross,
might
is
look
that
at the
gonna
foot.
not turn you off at all? It's not gonna like.
The foot isn't even in my, like, when I look at a woman, like looking at her lines, I don't look at the foot at all. Yeah, I'm looking at hair. I'm looking at legs, ass,
No feet.
tits, face, eyes,
Yeah.
lips. But I'm not. I don't even look at the feet. Like,
Yeah.
like if my girlfriend like lost her feet, like if she's like, "Hey, I'm going to Antarctica for a month to go feed penguins," and
And
she
her
came
feet
back
fall
and
off.
frostbite and came back with no feet, don't care.
Yeah,
Don't
you could
care.
just carry
Not a
her
deal
around.
breaker.
Don't care. She can go as a pirate for Halloween. She'd be fine.
Boom, perfect. Yeah.
She'd be fine.
Love
I
it.
love her. Oh no, I still love her.
And
Yeah.
then some people are like, I just want like a foot, like just a foot
Just a
that they
foot.
could fuck
With nobody
There's-
else.
I-
Like
I-
nothing else.
I feel like I don't think that this exists. Maybe it does, but have we talked about this before? How you should just get like a rubber cast of a foot, and instead of
Do
the
that.
ankle, it's like the hole, so they could fuck the ankle of like a silicone
Yeah.
foot, like instead of
gotta
a
be available.
pussy stroker. I'm sure it exists
It's gotta
somewhere.
be
be.
available.
It's gotta
Yeah.
be.
You could be able to just like replicate your foot. Please, there's a factory in China pumping them out right now.
Yeah, they
For
probably
Christ's sake.
actually.
You can get them on
Right?
Wish.
Do you know what's funny?
What's that?
You can get them on Wish.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like this,
Oh my
like
This is hysterical. This is the greatest
online
podcast.
shop,
I love it.
online shopping,
it.
but it's like the cheapest of the cheapest, like basically always made in like I don't know some like
Like it's luck of the draw.
sweatshop, and it's like it's always like we order like giving you an example. I think someone ordered sex toys off of Wish,
Okay.
and they came like miniature size.
Like
And
you
it was
just
like
don't know what you're gonna get.
$3.
Like a
you don't know.
keychain?
Like it could have been for Barbie, like or
That's
something. You
hysterical.
know?
I think Bratz dolls
That's
would get the sex
hysterical.
toys before Barbie.
Okay, you're right.
Oh my God.
So yeah, Wish was like always like you
I
get
think you could literally, again, with AI, I'd go to ChatGPT and just say, my name is Molly Stewart. This is what I do. And I'm on, whatever, OnlyFans, whatever. And say, how could I monetize every single part of my body? What could I do to have it replicated as a marital aid toy, whatever?
I just feel like I already do that though.
Do you?
Yeah.
But your foot, like you're saying, your foot.
Yeah,
Honey
that's what I'm
bunny.
saying. But I monetize these feet. These feet are monetized.
But you could sell if people like want like a plaster of Paris, like a molding, like you could do like guys like of their cocks can get like the thing of their cock done.
Yeah,
for girls.
definitely.
Do it for your feet.
I just feel like I would need to have. I need to have a system in place. I need to get in touch with a company. We should get in contact with Kiru
I would
to see
talk
if
to-
they can
and-
bring a foot into the
and a
situation.
fist.
And if the goal is to have them in the shelves of Target by Black Friday.
Yes,
Of this year.
every
Yeah.
Target.
Every
You really
Target.
have to.
That's the goal.
Just
Or-
picturing
Yeah.
rubber molds of my feet to put your dick in at Target.
Right next to the
By the
cereal.
condoms. It's by the condoms and the douches. It's just my
Hey,
foot on the
hey,
shelf.
when in Rome,
I was thinking cereal aisle. It could be a bowl also.
yeah, it could be a bowl. It's an excellent point. It's an excellent point.
You know what you could do is get make them look like the little silicone flasks like for hiking, but it's a foot, so there's like a tube that comes out so they could drink from the foot.
Yeah.
And suck it.
Yeah.
And suck on a toe.
Ooh, the toe could be like the nipple, like for
Yeah. Yeah. You could actually suck it through the big toe.
Yeah.
Have like a little like perforation.
You just, like
unscrew a part of like the toenail, and then that's real.
Money. A foot flask.
Hello. A foot. Oh my God. Here we go.
I'm going to become so rich. You guys have no idea. I won't even need this podcast anymore.
We're here to help.
This podcast doesn't make any money.
That's why I'm here. I'm free. That's why.
We paid him to say that.
I'm very cheap.
I was hearing and you had mentioned that there's can be sitting fees for podcasts and stuff like that. I didn't even know about that. I was that's crazy.
I charge an appearance fee. I charge an appearance fee to somebody who there's still someone that they're on brand. There's someone I could talk to and go out for drinks with or party with, but they just don't have the audience. Yet, but they're an entrepreneur and they're cool. Then I charge an appearance fee to those people, and they pay it because of my audience. I'm at 2 million people a month. So,
see, if we could do that, Laura, we wouldn't have so many people just cancel last minute.
Well, that's when they have skin in the game, they're never late.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because I get paid beforehand. And the funds hit my account before we even sit down and talk.
It's like a deposit. Well, it's not even a deposit. You get the full thing.
You pay in full.
Yeah,
they pay in full, and it's a good chunk of change.
Yeah,
we could talk about it off camera.
Good business.
But I'm happy to do it. Thank you. It's just I've earned it, and I'm a pretty good business guy, and so I know what I have to offer. And if you don't want to pay it, okay, go eat a bag of dicks. I don't care. I don't care.
We reached that point too with guests where it's great to have guests who want to be involved and want to show up and stuff, and that's cool. But we reached the point that we were well, we don't really need to have guests. We don't have to be guest reliant because it's
or hunting for them.
Yeah, it's if you don't want to be there, we're not going to chase you down.
Yeah.
You either show up or we're not going to invite you again. Do you know what I mean? Because it's you got to respect the time and stuff like that. So,
but people have to have some, like you said before, some type of skin in the game. And so, what is it that's going to bring that? Reverse engineer it. Don't think about you guys. Think about the guest, and what's going to bring the guest here to sit on your couch. What is it? And I don't answer it now, but think about that, because that's how you're kind of building the business plan of this to say, all right, what's our value proposition we're offering to somebody? You're cool. You're funny. You've been doing this for a while. You've got your reps in terms of episodes that you've done, and you've got a good audience on OnlyFans, right? But where else could you put this thing and not get shadow banned?
Yeah,
that's the thing, right? I wouldn't do TikTok.
It doesn't matter what I post. I'm shadow banned everywhere
on every platform. YouTube.
Yeah. It's that ridiculous.
YouTube goes pretty hard. It's and we keep our editor David, shout out, does a really great job keeping a clean 10, censoring stuff like that, and it's still luck of the draw. We're pretty much 80% get flagged for the limited to no ads on YouTube. Wow. So. Yeah, it doesn't even matter what we're talking about. And then sometimes we'll have someone like Alexis Fox come on, and we tried nipple stimulators. We were talking about anal. We were talking about all this stuff, and that one is allowed to be monetized.
Yeah,
it's
what? They were yeah, sure. Great.
It's interesting how I have a guy that does all my YouTube thumbnails, and I've had some stuff that hasn't performed well on YouTube, so I take it down. And one was I had a guy, North Las Vegas SWAT guy came on. He was awesome. He has his own tactical company, and we talked about guns and what type of gun do you have in the house for home defense. And he goes through have a suppressor on your pistol, have a shotgun, have a rifle, whatever. Everywhere else it did great, but YouTube throttled me back.
Yeah,
big time. And my guy said it's because you're talking about weapons. They got me for that. So I turned make it private and keep it there, but it's gone. Every platform is different, and every platform has different stuff. And it's when we talked about this, always be testing.
Yeah. Well, we definitely do, but it's one of those things too with it seems like the rules just change based on who different people are. For instance, there is this video. I don't think I brought my phone in here with me, but this came up on my Instagram feed actually while we were in Hawaii. I was thinking about, no matter what I post, I could be almost pretty much fully clothed and this thing will get flagged. And it's literally just because I assume of what I do outside of social media. But there was a video of this girl, I'm talking, she was full bush, suspended, right? Her feet, she was using two girls' pussies as shoes. Her feet were inside their vaginas. You saw, I showed you. And they're bent over. They're all tied up. She's all tied up. I can see her, like, it's a full pube cover.
Instagram.
On Instagram?
An Instagram reel. And you can fully see her feet inside of their vaginas. They look like her shoes. It looks like AI created a random version of, like,
Russian
shoes.
women or something.
They're like,
nasty.
You just put in pussy shoes, and they're like, here's this woman using these pussies as shoes.
It's an advertisement for Home Depot hedge clippers or something. Right. Jesus Christ.
I was just like, but then how is
Partnership with Lowe's.
Like, how is
Black
this
and
shit
Decker.
allowed?
Black and Decker. Make the shit look like Goofy's head at Epcot. Fucking.
It was crazy, dude.
Jesus.
I was like, how is this shit allowed? And then I say that my mouth was gaping at a luau because I was in shock of fire dancers, and that gets us fucking censored.
Did it really?
Yeah.
But that's a word.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Isn't it?
Because dude, it's there. And also there's multiple algorithms. I know that for a fact. Like I have an Instagram strategist at Meta that I talk to about once a month, and he's like, there's no single algorithm. There's like multiple. There's one for reels. There's one for stories. There's one just for your regular posts. There's one for everything on every platform. There's different, and there's multiple algorithms within those algorithms. So it's like, don't even try. Don't even try.
No, there's no point. It's like we always just say, just keep posting. If something gets flagged, you do the request for review and hope for the best, and if not, you delete it and move on.
You appeal it, and that's it.
What else can you do?
There's nothing else you can do.
I went through a phase when I first started. Like I'm from New York, so I fucking swear all the time. But now, like I have my clipper, the guy that does all my shorts, Max. Shout out to Max. He's my fucking boy. 21 years old. I love Max. And he now bleeps it.
Yeah.
And my numbers have gone up.
Yeah.
Numbers have gone up. Have gone up. And
I bleep through the clips all the time. I'll bleep the fuck. I'll bleep the shit. I'll bleep whatever. I'm not going to use this as a clip because I have to bleep it, but maybe I will. Bleep, bleepity, bleep, bleep, bleep.
Fuckity fuck fuck.
Bleep.
Bleepity bleep bleep.
Bleep. No, but so speaking of, you grew up in New York then. Yeah. When did the Mormonism come in? Because I'm kind of curious about that. Can you talk about that?
Of course. I'll talk about anything. I left upstate New York in 2005 and moved to St. George, Utah, and was dating a girl that I knew I'd never marry. And I was like cheating on her at the time already. But she was like, "Hey, I'm moving to St. George, Utah." And I said, "Where the fuck is that?" Oh, sorry, where the bleep is that? and she said, "It's 2 hours outside of Vegas." I go, "Oh, I love Vegas. I've been to Vegas a bunch of times. Let's go check it out." And I was doing real estate at the time, and real estate was booming here and booming there. So moved there, and I was there. Her and I broke up about a month after being there because I started coming here. I was dating strippers here. It was wonderful. Going to Dre's, like, it was great. And it wasn't like champagne room dating. It was like, because again,
that was your skiing period.
I was very good. I used to go to Tryst. And I'd pay off the guys that would like. It was always black guys that you'd go and like, you'd wash your hands and you give them money and they give you like, Obsession for Men or Polo or fucking whatever it was back then. Little spritz. I'd give the guy $50 and he would like reserve the handicapped bathroom for me. And I'd grab a girl and have a fucking 8-ball on me and fucking go in there and fucking
there you go.
2 rails, and it was wonderful. And it was good times. And I did that for about a year, just partying. Party. And one day I worked for a commercial real estate firm in St. George, and 90% of them were LDS, Mormon. And I was like, I go, how come you guys are happy all the time? Like, what's going on? Because
we have so many wives.
It was like you guys are always like happy and you don't drink. Like, what? And I was bored. Like, that's back when I was like, people would see me. This is back on MySpace and some Instagram, a little bit of Facebook, a lot of MySpace back then. My name was Mr. President on MySpace. Shocker, I know. Mr. President. And so I looked at it and looked into it and prayed and was like, this is wonderful. I'm in. And ended up doing it I was in for 13 years, met my wife at the time.
What about it was alluring to you? I'm just curious, just because I'm not like a religious person and I've never have been, even though I grew up being raised religious. Yeah. So I'm always just curious, like, what is the draw for people? And I know it's different than Christian Reformed and stuff.
It answered questions for me about, like, it's not till death do us part. It is eternal. Your relationship's eternal. when you're with somebody. Like you're sealed in the temple, like I was sealed to my wife in the temple in St. George. Wore garments for 12 years. Like the magic underwear, they call it.
What? The same ones for 12 years?
Well, you get multiple pair. Yeah, that would get tough.
Thank goodness.
That's how you seal the magic in.
If you're not sucking my toes, I'm not wearing the same fucking underwear for 12 years. Okay, that's just not that's a hard no. That's a hard pass for Jeff.
I just thought that's how you seal the magic in.
Yeah.
You just can't wash
and
it.
Just and I didn't drink for 11 years. No caffeine except for chocolate for 8 years. That was the hardest. The hardest was giving up coffee. Yeah, like the closest thing to me.
Do that.
The closest thing to me cheating on my wife was smelling coffee beans. Like at Smith's, like if they're grinding coffee.
You go out, you're just sniffing the bags.
You're like walking like with my wife and kids. I'd smell coffee here, like a Tron. I go, pew, and they start.
So that's weird. You're not allowed to have. You're not allowed to have any of that stuff.
No. And anything that's addicting, you want. It's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You're trying to be as perfect as Jesus, even though you're going to fail every day.
I think we lost the camera. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
no.
Just the wide camera. I got you.
Okay.
Story.
We have fake cameras.
That's right.
I heard it.
Don't worry, because your guys' camera is here. Wide camera.
Hi.
This one just goes off sometimes.
Hi.
It gets overheated.
He's just walking up and down the coffee aisle.
Yeah, and it was so you're just. And I loved it. I love that smell.
Yeah.
Like that was the closest thing to cheating on my wife was smelling ground coffee like at a supermarket.
That smell is something you can't you can't really compete with.
No, you can't.
Like other than
Wonderful.
My other favorite smell would be like when you just put a little olive oil and garlic in a pan and you're about to cook something. That aroma you get. It's like I wish there was a candle, but then I'd always just be hungry. Because I'd be like, okay, so what's coming next?
So funny. It's true.
So it's like
so true.
coffee, fresh ground, and some garlic in a pan with olive oil.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Nothing makes me happier than I get excited the night before about the coffee I'm going to have the next morning. It'll be late at night and I'll be like, you know what sounds good? A coffee. It's going to be so good tomorrow morning when I have a fresh cup of coffee and then another cup. And then an entire pot. And then maybe a milk coffee later if I'm feeling frisky. And then maybe another one after that.
Feel frisky. Do it. Yeah.
It's so good.
Do it.
I love coffee so much. It's so funny because like I said, even with the whole thing, I smoke weed a bit and that's it for me. And I've never done coke. I don't do other
she doesn't ski.
Drugs.
Doesn't ski.
No.
But
doesn't do blow. Doesn't ski.
But people
check. Okay.
I did ski when I was a kid. But not like that. So, but it's always curious to me just because I know so many other people do something like you like shroomies and stuff like that. And I know that you said that you do some microdosing and stuff. Yeah. I'm just curious, if you're into all that stuff, how do you give that up? Right. And you like all these things for a religion that's you're not allowed to have any of these things outside. And even though you will fail, you have to be perfect, knowing that you're going to fail. Because
you're going to receive glory in the celestial kingdom when you die. This is in the Mormon church, this is like a nanosecond of who you are as a person. But this is kind of like taking your SATs. You're being judged on how you act. And the more perfect you can act when you're here on this planet, give 10% of whatever you make to the church. Tithing, that's a big one. I went off again. Whatever. Fuck it.
It is. We'll let it cool down for a while.
Let it cool down. Things are getting steamy in here.
Hey.
Mormonism. Hey. Wait a minute. That's my department. And no, it's no tea, less herbal tea. Anything with caffeine, anything that's addicting to your body. Mormons are no, even though prescription drug abuse is Utah's #1 state for prescription drug abuse. Because Mormons are very good at justifying things. Well, my doctor prescribed me.
I feel like a lot of religion
is
that way.
Yeah, for the Xanax or whatever.
It's kind of, I feel like that way with religion too, especially growing up, I like to call it the Burger King religion. Yeah. Have it your way, because it's rules for me and not for thee, and or thee and not me, whatever. You know the thing. So, but I always thought it was just kind of hypocritical. And then I also had the thought of especially when I was younger, we're all doing these things and making these pseudo rules in place that some people follow and some people don't, all for this afterlife that nobody even knows.
No idea.
is real. Like there is no proof of that.
Yeah.
And then even like with the tithing thing, that was a thing growing up too. And it's like the pastor, he had everything he needed. It was a big old house, a couple nice cars, and then we're like living paycheck to paycheck at best, like going to Goodwill, getting hand-me-downs, and like you can't accept help because you don't need help, but you're going to give all of that, like everything that you've worked for to a church that like doesn't, like there's no proof of ROI. You know what I mean?
There was like again, I have friends today that are still Mormon. I don't pray to a fucking tree. I don't care. As long as you're a good person, mazel tov.
Yeah, like people have their needs. That's why I'm just always curious about people's line of thought with that.
There's a part of the church called compassionate care. So like when my wife at the time, we had a kid, they'd come and bring food, and the food is unbelievable. Like Mormons can cook. Like them, don't like them, the fucking food is off the charts. Just amazing food. It would be like a week of just
they send you to culinary school.
They just grind up their prescription drugs and put them in.
Throwing fucking,
sprinkle
just a little sprinkle.
So good. So
just a little Xanax, just a little that's prescribed. Xanax meatloaf.
You do that. You're basically full, and all your problems are solved at the same time. So it feels good with the Xanax. Yeah, you're like, where are you going with the Xanax, Jeff? I'm like, all your problems are solved, and you're sopping it up with your bread with the fucking meat sauce. And oh wow, this feels great.
I didn't know religion could feel like this.
Don't care.
Life is good.
I don't care that I'm stressed out at work, and my wife won't fuck me, and can't watch porn. And,
that's the other thing. Isn't like the whole thing of like sex is only for procreation?
Oh yeah.
No. You can fuck, but no porn at all.
Is soaking real?
Yeah. I know people that. Well, there's other stuff too. I'll tell you. Because I know people that went to BYU. There's soaking, which is you basically put your dick in and you can't move it.
And then they have your friends bounce on the bed.
Friends bounce, or friends like, and also,
because you're not doing anything.
Sharing is caring. So like you hold on to your friend's hips and they're, whatever. That's a big one.
This is like the kinkiest way to have sex or not have sex.
Yeah.
It's like making dolls fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
basically,
but real people.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so that was
crazy.
That was a big one.
Now kiss.
Years ago, they would BYU students were coming down here, getting married for like a day or two, fucking, and then getting it annulled. So, again,
that's like
loopholes,
so much effort.
Loopholes, and so the church found out about it and put the kibosh on that. So you can't do that.
That's wild.
Another big one is called bagpiping.
Armpit fucking.
It's kind of like right here, like it's
in the elbows.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, crease right there of a girl, and you put your dick like right in there, and you just. Oh, hold on. He was looking inward. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
I was like, maybe it has to be backwards.
Yeah. I want to see everybody. Okay.
That's his voice.
Right now. Oh, this is great. Go Mormons.
I wish I was a pussy, but it's not. That's against the faith.
Oh, jeez. I'm not even Scottish.
Oh my god.
So yeah, bagpipe. But it's and the thing is, if I remember when I was Mormon, going with a friend of mine to Provo, that's where BYU is, and that's like the mothership. That's ground zero. Going to the Provo Mall, and it was like every chick there was blonde and 5'10". It was like Hitler Youth.
Wow.
And gorgeous, all gorgeous girls. I was like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, dude, this is Provo. But now I know things have changed now since then. This was 20 years ago almost, but it was something that I learned a lot from it. I'm a universe guy now. I'm not a God guy at all. I don't believe in God, but I think there's a universe. I think there's like a board of directors somewhere where there's like a quorum of an odd number of people, or it's like the fucking cantina scene from Star Wars. It's just, and it's all these fucked up people like all around it, and they're going to say, well, this person's going to meet this person, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and
what it feels like to me is just like the alien race that is out there, wherever they may be. Bless you, aliens.
Hi, aliens.
We love you so much. Please
you.
come
Come in
take me away from
peace.
here.
Love you, big old sweet.
But it's like we're just their video game. It's like we're their Sims because it
They're
seems-
making us fuck.
yeah, yeah. Like I
Very
used to
true.
do with the little Sims characters. Like you lock them in a room, and you're like, now this is your life.
Now keep
Drown them in the pool, whatever.
So this is here's great like non fucking good trivia, but the first ever sexual type of video game that came out, Leisure Suit Larry.
Yep,
Oh.
You knew that? Oh, fucking.
I do know.
I gotta
Leisure Suit
check
Larry.
this out.
Oh, dude, it was like
Man, I
Leisure
forgot
Suit
now.
Larry. Yeah,
Was this
Yeah.
PC? Like
No.
just it was like on everything?
everything. I'm sorry. Back then, all there was PC because there was Apple, but this was before MacBooks and everything else. So most people just had like giant computers at home.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting this
Yeah,
game.
dial-up modem. Yeah, just Google Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah,
We're getting
It's
it today.
hysterical.
that's
The
wild.
original like creepy guy with a van, probably
Yes.
outside of like a middle school somewhere, and candy and lollipops,
My kind of game.
right? So it's like, hey,
Love it. Love it.
hey, daddy issues, come on over. Come
That'll
on
be
over.
just fine.
Come on, honey bunny. Come on.
That's wild.
I'll listen to all your problems.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh
Suck
man.
on this frozen banana. We'll talk. It's okay. Oh, wait. That's not a frozen banana. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Oops,
my
my bad.
Oops.
Oh, that's on me. Literally and figuratively. Sorry.
Not again.
Oh, my gosh. If I had a nickel for every time this happened. Remember, don't tell your parents. You're going to hell.
So, but what was it about like the church then? Because you changed everything.
Yeah, I
you
walked
gave
away.
up all this stuff.
Some big stuff happened in my life, and I walked away.
Yeah.
It was, I remember like it was yesterday. It was January of 2020. COVID was just rolling out. And there was a big whistleblower thing that happened up in Salt Lake City. Twin guys that were, one's a member of the church, one was not, that both work for Ensign Capital, which is they manage all the church's money, billions, like nationwide, worldwide. And
For Jesus.
For Jesus. And they came out with this giant thing in the Salt Lake Tribune and talked about how like real estate holdings, like they own Temple Square. There's a place called City Center, which is a big like outdoor mall. And whenever that was like doing poorly, the church would come in and bail them out. And the church was bailing out like stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm paying 10% of my tithing. And like the good stuff was whenever there was a natural disaster, Mormons are the first ones there, literally, to help, like a hurricane, a tsunami in the world. Mormons are there to help out. That's what I thought my money was going to, not bailing out fucking Old Navy.
Yeah.
Like that I had a big problem with. So that came out. I was not a fan of how they treated women, that there's a glass ceiling, that you'll never see women in a leadership position for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. There's the first presidency, which is a bunch of old white men, and then there's the apostles, and there's the quorum of the something. I forget what they are now, 'cause it's been a while since I've been there, but and you'll see some blacks like sprinkled in there a little bit, a couple browns maybe for good optics, for like during this general conference twice a year for video content to say we're hip. But
Yeah.
it's run by a bunch of old, out of touch white guys.
So the most that you can achieve as a woman is like the top sister wife.
There's a thing called it's the oh shit, I'll think of it. But it's there's a section that's just for women, and that's what Relief Society, literally and figuratively, Relief Society, and that's what it's called. And that's where the women, like, part of when you go to church on Sundays, part of the church would be Relief Society would meet, and then like elders quorum, it's called, would be men.
It
Separate.
sounds like the Relief Society is for something else.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's
now
all
it's like,
women. So now it's
ooh.
like, all right, the Relief Society needs to come
I
in.
need Relief Society.
Exactly.
What about
Give me
me?
that.
What the
The
fuck?
crease.
Oh, what the bleep?
Give me that relief, baby.
So it was that, and also like I'm a raging heterosexual, but there is big restrictions on homosexuality in the church. And I'm like, if there's a Jesus, what happened to unconditional love, regardless of who you're having sex with?
Yeah.
As long as it's like not like creepy,
Yeah.
If a guy wants to fuck a guy, wants to fuck a girl, go nuts.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Do you?
You do you, and you can do that too. But you can't if you're like a member of the church. You can't do that. So
Yeah.
there was just a lot of that, and I at that time I said to my wife, I go, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
done. And I saw COVID started to come, so they stopped having church, so no one really knew I was doing it. But then I bounced
Yeah.
and walked away. And like I said, I still have friends that are members of the church. They're Mormon. Great, good for them.
Yeah.
Love them,
Whatever
respect
works
them.
for you.
And but that's just, it's a chapter of my life. I learned a lot. There's a big, like they call it the Mormon Mafia here in Vegas. It's true. People say here, it's either Mormon or Gorman here. It's a big one here in Vegas. And like back when I was LDS Mormon, my calls got returned from people. There's still people now that I refer business to that are Mormon. My dentist is Mormon. I love him. He's awesome. A couple attorneys I work with. My attorney does all my estate stuff, like all my estate planning and all that. Mormon. Love them.
Yeah.
Great guys. But I just don't. That's just not my thing.
Yeah,
not for you.
With religion, and I feel like maybe some people like need those guidelines and stuff in place.
Exactly
but I'm
right.
someone who's always challenged. Like I would get in trouble in Bible school for like just like asking way too many questions. I was the kid who asked.
Did you talk about me? Did you write about me, Molly?
No. I was the kid who was asking because it was the whole thing. It was the whole thing of like with babies, like why you had to be baptized as a baby, and I'm like, well, what if a baby dies before it's baptized? Does it go to hell? That was me in Bible school, and it's like, and they would have the response often of like, well, yes, and that's why we have to pray so much extra for them. I'm like, what's praying gonna do if they're in hell?
So this
a baby. Aren't we born innocent? And they're like, well, no, everyone is born with sin. It's like, well,
no. Yeah, I disagree with that.
So I just fell into the sin more, and it was more fun.
Since first breath, you've been sinning.
You're sinning.
Yeah.
Especially
How
in Vegas.
dare you breathe on God's air?
Yeah, especially like if you live like North Las Vegas, like you're sinning. Like if
you don't know how to speak or anything.
If you're born anywhere near like Craig Road, like you're sinning. You're fucking sinning. I'm sorry. It's fucking North Las Vegas. You're fucked. You're just fucked. The Mormons also do like at their temples. We have one here in Vegas, the second one being built. You have to have a temple recommend in order to get in. Like I had my recommend for years, and you do what's called baptisms for the dead and sealings for the dead.
I bet that costs a lot of money.
No, nothing.
No.
But it's more of it's a religious ceremony that they'd give you a name, or I would have like my grandparents that weren't even Mormon that were dead. You'd have them baptized. And like I'd go like with my daughter, and she would like take the place of my grandmother, and I would say something, and like you're standing in the water with a white suit on, and baptize her. And like that's the stuff that goes on in the temples.
What do you think happens when you die?
Man, that's a good question. I need to be high for that. I know. If I didn't have to like really do shit later, I would. I honestly can't give you an answer, Molly. I don't know.
I kind of have this thought that like when we die, you're just kind of reborn as someone else. And I think that well, I don't know if this is real, but I think it would be pretty cool if you kind of go through life living every other life experience. Like you're straight in one, you're gay in another, you're bisexual, you're Black, you're white, you're Asian, you're anything, like, and there's just so many reiterations. And when you finally live like every experience, that's when you're like,
I love that. What do you think?
And then you become a star.
I think I hope what happens is I come back as a koala.
Oh, that's adorable.
I just want to eat eucalyptus and get
eucalyptus.
high. Yeah,
you're just chilling.
Chill.
And you're adorable.
But don't F with me because I might, because I heard they can get aggressive, right?
Okay,
You piss them off.
You guys have to watch. There's a great movie called Defending Your Life. It came out in like the early 90s with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep. And it's about two people that didn't know each other die, and you go to like this waiting station, like a small little city. It's hysterical about like all the things you get to do, and you have to go in front of a tribunal of 3 people, judges, and defend your life. And they're playing clips behind you of like stuff you did that was great, stuff you did that was not great, and then they determine whether or not you go this way or this way. Get very high and watch it sometime.
It sounds great.
You both would love it.
I know where I'd be headed.
defending your life. Well, I
down below.
See you there.
I think that most people that say that are not going to be. I think the ones that think that they're not and have convinced themselves that they're good people and they're not. Those are the ones going down there.
Makes sense.
I think that you're right. I think that if you are just a good person by nature,
I'm not a good person by nature.
Stop. You're
Do you know
a
us?
good person. You're both good girls. You're good girls. It's more of a, and then you get older. It's like I buried my mom last year, and that was a big deal. Single, raised by a single mom, only child. When that happened, it's like it affected my work. It affected my podcast. It affected everything in a traumatic way, but now in a great way that I pick and choose who I spend my time with. Much more. I'm much more strategic. I love deeper. I've never been adored and loved more than Brandy McCowan, my girlfriend. How she loves me, and I know that. I let that wash over me. In the past, I wouldn't let that happen. I was too critical of myself and posturing and ego and all the bullshit guys do.
Was that kind of your ego death when your mom passed?
Ooh, I think my ego death was closer to my divorce.
Yeah.
Prior to my mom.
I feel like that was mine too.
Right? Yeah, it was. We should have. It's the funny part is that we're literally great friends now. Becky and I are great friends. We co-parent really well together.
That's important.
Great.
Yeah, like we put the kids first. The kids are awesome, but we should have never been married, and we know that now, both of us, and we're together for 13 years.
Yeah,
should have never been married, but that was more ego there, and I think it was ego to overcome the fact that I was in an unhappy marriage, and a lot of pressure from the Mormon Church, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is big because Mormons usually don't divorce.
Yeah.
They have like the lowest divorce rate of any religious sect on the planet because they stay together because you're like, and also in the eyes of the church right now, I'm still sealed to my ex-wife.
Yeah.
You can go through what's called like a temple divorce. I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. And Brandy lives in Tampa. She's going to move here. I'll marry her in a second.
Yeah.
I'll put a fucking boulder on her finger. You're going to see that thing from the goddamn space station. Done.
Yeah.
Done. Oh, done. And I've already been married twice. I'm like, never again.
Yeah.
Her, I'm like, say when.
Yeah.
Say when.
That's very
She's
much.
great.
That's very much a religious thing. Because even though I
Yes.
fought everything religiously, the one thing that stuck was that like if you get married, you stay married. You do whatever it takes, and marriage is always hard work.
Forever.
And it's always and it's not great, but it's rewarding. And I'll tell you, I kept waiting for the rewarding part,
that.
and it wasn't fucking coming, man.
Yeah,
and I was like, I had it in my head that I was like, I have to stick this out and be this miserable and want to kill myself every day forever. And then eventually I'll be rewarded. Like I was waiting for heaven in this fucking relationship. And then when my parents got divorced, like, because I was already an adult when that happened.
How old were you when your parents got divorced?
I must have been trying to think of timeline, 26 or 27. It was late 20s.
Did you know that like when they told you, you're like, oh, I know this is coming.
I didn't have a very close relationship with my parents, especially when I was in that last relationship, and they got divorced while I was still trapped in that relationship. But it was like when that happened, and I had these people who were telling me my whole life, like, well, of course we fight. We're married. Of course it's like this. You have to work for it every day.
Of course,
don't give up.
Of course, I call her a cunt.
Yeah,
like, that's healthy. What are you talking
of
about?
course,
mommy.
Of course, we're screaming at each other. Of course, there's.
I'm not a cunt. I go in cunts. Yeah. Sorry, I go in bleeps.
No,
sorry, it's my go-to.
But it felt like where it's like, well, it's almost like was granting permission for me to do the same, which you don't need the permission, but it's like when you kind of have that in your head and that's what you grow up with, and then you're kind of, when you are in a relationship like that, it's kind of like a cult of its own.
Oh my
you
God,
have this like brainwashing that happens, and when you see that and you're like, oh, I've been like harming myself almost more than this person has just by like allowing this to continue and thinking that that's what I deserve out of life. Do you know what I mean? And that was definitely a huge change for me. Like we were talking before about how you have those click moments, and then it's like that seems like a whole different person, even though you know it's you. It kind of looks like you, acted a bit like you. But you're like, but that's not me.
That's not you. Are your parents together?
That was AI.
Oh my God.
My parents are not together. And they split, I don't know how old I was, but it was like 3rd, 4th grade. However old that makes me.
Did it fuck you up?
No. I mean, what was weird for me in that whole situation was mom went from stay-at-home mom to now has to work. Oh. Which was like, whoa, mom, where are you going? You know? Yeah. But then I realized, oh, it's because she's got to take over. Yeah. She's steering this ship now. So, all right.
Was your dad still in the picture?
He would come in and out, but like he was always still dad. And it wasn't like he was a bad guy. It was just like something's going on, but they can't be together. And whatever, it's all good.
The biggest thing I saw when I started dating, because I was with Becky for 13 years and was with her, didn't stray, did my thing. Was when I did online dating, and did like Bumble and all the shit. And the first time, the biggest things I learned from when I go out with girls is one, every guy lies about their height because I'm 6'3". Every single fucking girl, and they'd go, and they'd say on my profile, I'm 6'3". We'd meet at, Hank's for martinis, the dirty martinis, best dirty martinis in town. So fucking Hank's, Green Valley Ranch. Jesus Christ. And, sorry, Adderall kick in like 10 minutes.
No, you're good.
He's sponsored.
Oh my God. I like martinis too. And the first thing they'd say is, oh my God, you're so tall. I'm like, wait, you knew I was 6'3".
That happened to me every year I would go to AVN. Because as a cam model, it's
Tall.
like you're just on cam and you're as big as their computer screen. You know what I mean?
There's no perception.
Yeah.
There's no sense of perception.
It said on my profile how tall I was. If
Wait a
people
minute,
asked,
you're
I
not
would
10
say.
inches tall.
Yeah, I know. But it would always be
You're shorter than me.
And then it's like, I always had the AVN boots, so you get like those crazy platforms and shit. And then you show up and you take photos with people, and
You're
they like
fucking
come
LeBron
up to
James
here.
of fucking cam going, hi everybody.
Y'all know how much I love making content, and one of the most important things for quality videos is lighting. But who wants the same old boring ring light? You can upgrade from basic to adorable at kawaiilighting.com with code TWND for 10% off. This podcast is lit by Kawaii Lighting's star-shaped ring light. There are also heart and kitty cat options to make you feel as cute as these lights look. Kawaii Lighting has many RGB options, which you'll have seen used in many of my videos and photos. Don't be basic. Stand out with Kawaii Lighting by using code TWND to save 10% and help support this wholesome pod. Let them know we sent you.
No, seriously, I would walk around like you get the big shoes, because if you do that, you can see over the heads of everybody else.
That's awesome.
You can
She
find
could
the
see
clear
over the
path.
booth
Yeah.
too. It'd be like, this
Oh, yeah.
row's less people. Let's
Yeah.
go.
There was one year that I got up on a booth table and I was dancing and I created a traffic jam, and they
course you
told
did.
me that I had to put my shirt back on, and it's a whole pasty
How dare you.
situation anyway.
How dare
So
you.
on the last day of that show, though, they kept harassing me because I was just having a good time. I was just like, and I was drinking at the time, so I was having a real fun time. So, but it was nothing that I was doing that was like against the rules or whatever. And other girls would have their shirts off with pasties on, because they used to allow that at the Hard Rock back in the day.
The
when
Hard
AVN
Rock
was cool.
AVN, yeah. The Circle Bar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good times.
Good times at the Circle
Good
Bar that
times
I
at the
don't
Circle
remember.
Bar.
So,
Oh yeah. Good times there.
but it got to be
Memories.
the last day of AVN. They were shutting in like maybe an hour, and I got up on that table and I took my shirt off and I ripped off my pastiness. And I was like, ah! And then I just left. I was like, what are they going to do? Kick
Celebrate
me
your
out?
tits. Good
It's the
for you.
last fucking day.
Good for you, honey bunny.
You've been
Celebrate those
harassing
things.
me all week.
Celebrate
not allowing
those
me to
things.
do shit.
Take that.
Yeah, man. It was height was a big. Oh, the other one was if I went out on a date with a girl that had kids, she was shocked about how well I got along with my ex, in the fact that like I always paid. Like I just got done. My last payment to her was in December, and this is the end of February. I never missed a payment. I usually would pay in advance for alimony, and I still pay child support and will forever probably with the kids. But I was a lot of single moms aren't getting financial support from the ex-husband or from the baby daddies. A lot of that goes on, and I was like, and I just did one of my shorts I posted I think today, when I talk about if you don't step up when you get divorced, your first priority should be the kids. And there's so many people that you talk to, they're like, oh, my parents don't talk and it's horrible and blah blah blah, and you know what, if you're single and you're a parent, you need to put your kids first. If not, you're a shitty person.
Yep.
You're a shitty mom.
Yeah.
You're a shitty dad. You should have your license revoked
Yep.
to be a parent, because that's just bullshit. You have a moral imperative when you have a kid.
Yeah. And some parents, even when
It's
they're
awful.
not divorced yet, are terrible parents too. I don't know anybody. She doesn't listen. So no, but yeah, alimony was fun. I kind of had always heard, I was like in the divorce, right?
Don't tell.
I always heard, because you hear from people, and especially my ex would say this, from his last divorce. Well, I just got fucked and blah, 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 blah. And then the women always get out better. Let me tell you, they don't always, especially when you have a leech as a partner, and they can find every little way to just suck the money and life out of you. So if they can't suck the life, they're sucking the money. They're sucking it somewhere, and they just suck. So that was
Toes,
fun.
money, life.
Oh, I didn't even get my toes sucked back then.
Oh, well.
Just my will to live.
Oh.
Toes, money, life is the name of this episode.
They all suck.
They all suck.
Colon, they all suck.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm in for that.
Shit. So you've been doing your podcast for how long now?
13 months.
13 months?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
13 months. And this is an overshare, but I'll fucking do it. I have a polyp on one of my vocal cords. So that's why I sound like a menopausal woman that's smoking Marlboro Reds out at the Moapa Reservation.
I just kind of thought that we had a similar voice going on. Maybe I have a polyp.
I like it. Whee! This is the greatest thing
I
ever.
love the cute little voice that it has.
It's so cute.
Does he have a name? Do you have a name for him?
I haven't named him, no. Not yet.
Oh.
We can call him Shroomy because he got that mushroom tip.
Yeah. Cute. And we got Ava over here.
Mm-hmm.
Ava the lava lamp.
Ava? Oh,
Yep.
hi,
Ava.
Ava.
One of our guests, Ava Divine, she imparted some amazing knowledge onto us that she took a lava lamp up her butt back in the day for a scene.
Queen.
On.
Okay.
It was turned on.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got
Lava
a little
lamp.
lava lamp
Ow,
to commemorate.
that warm?
She said it was warm, but not painful. Because we asked. I don't really know how it happened. I still think about like the mechanics of it because
Me
we never really got the
My
full
asshole
explanation.
gets
but-
uncomfortable when I
It
think
kinda
about that.
clenched a
I mean,
little.
God bless, but woof.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I never even knew about like the pleasure of getting like your asshole eaten.
I was actually going to ask if you do buff
Please.
stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, the thing is, okay. There's a precursor to that. My girlfriend doesn't do it because she's a nurse. And she's like,
E. coli.
I see buttholes all the time. And I go, first of all, calling it a butthole is a boner killer.
Yeah.
It's an asshole. And I have a bidet. Like, I get it waxed. Like, this is like the Bacchanal buffet down here. My asshole has like at least 500 Google reviews.
Will she
It's
like rub
fucking
it with her
wonderful.
finger?
No.
No?
No, let me get near it.
touchies?
Let me get near it. I'm
Damn.
like, and I try to like go over a little bit.
Yeah,
she's
you're
she's
like
down
lifting
there,
it, you're like,
and I'm
eh.
like,
The lighting's just right.
You're like tucking your legs back. You're like, babe, I'm just trying to get more comfortable.
something
I'm
here,
just going to get
honey.
like this. Just
get a little, you know. I like it, Jeff.
so.
But yeah,
so she doesn't do it.
No, but I was in my early 30s, and I hooked up with a girl in Canandaigua, New York, and you know who you are if you're watching. And
Shout out.
She went.
Shout.
Well, the first was she was blowing me, and she put her finger in my ass. I'm like, wait a minute, you can't do that. I'm a man. That makes me gay.
whole new
Wait a minute, I think I
world.
like this. Oh, I literally felt like Titanic. I'm being held onto. And the wind hitting my hair, and because I had hair back then, it was 2003. Yeah, I had hair, and
Just
I was like-
singing a
I was like,
ballad,
oh my
just
god!
like-
And then she's like doing the whole prostate thing.
Yeah.
And so that was like one of the best orgasms ever.
So you got an orgasm and a free exam.
Oh my god! I
Nice.
inflated her head like a fucking water balloon. Like it was like shroomy. Yeah. Like double barreled, both
Amazing.
nuts. Just like when you
We
hold
love
like the
that.
water balloon under the kitchen faucet and you hit that moment where it gets filled up. It goes, yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
That's a very special moment.
I
Oh,
just
it's
pictured.
wonderful.
I just pictured
Great
cum
job.
like coming out of her nose, her ears, just like.
It was like Shrek, like Shrek's earwax, just like, like
yeah.
fucking flying
I
out.
picture those like rubber chickens you could squeeze with their eyes
Yeah.
bulged out.
And she was like incredibly turned on because I came so much. And then I ended up meeting another girl in my same hometown that did the same thing, but that girl would put
They
her
do
tongue.
each other.
Yeah, I was
well, they
thinking
did,
that.
and they
They're
did.
like, do it.
They
It's
did.
so cool.
I'm sure they had like their neck
He's
held
gonna
like
come so much.
Give him
like
the finger.
definitely.
they're like
Give him the
texting each
finger.
other. And when I got the tongue in there, I was like, oh, I love you.
You're
I
buying
love
a ring.
you. I love you so much. Just keep doing it. Not jerk me off while you're talking to my asshole. Okay, keep going. Let's play a little fucking Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes to midnight and fucking fuck my asshole. Come on. Woo. And
Yeah, you're painting this
Do you
beautiful
return the
picture.
favor?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Do you eat your girlfriend's ass even though she doesn't eat your ass?
No, she won't let me. Doesn't want to. She wants nothing to do with ass play.
No booties.
And her body is fucking phenomenal. Like she has great lines. She's 5'7" and just like this, but great figure. And our first date was she had a smaller chest, and she goes, "I'm thinking about getting a boob job." And I said, "You should get the biggest ones you can." And she goes, "I am." I go, "Oh." And she made me dinner, and made me dinner. So it was like,
So you got big tits and a dinner.
yeah. Our first date, I stayed over. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she's amazing. Like I'm meeting her tomorrow. I'm flying her up from Tampa to Rochester Airport, and I haven't seen her in 3 weeks. And we're gonna find the nearest family-friendly bathroom. I'm gonna fucking destroy her.
Hell yeah!
She already knows it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she wanted outfits, so I bought her some outfits that she wanted, and so she's gonna bring those. We have a hotel room for 4 nights. She's gonna be there with me.
You could work her up to it. You could get like a little plug for yourself, right? Like one of those little vibrating plugs, because I've heard wonders about the vibrating ones. And you're like, you don't have to lick it. Just tap the plug. Just tap it.
That's where I can't have anything artificial in my ass.
Have you tried?
Nope. I know. You're absolutely right. But I
never say never.
I just
Yes,
I'm
never.
always like more than a finger is like, oh.
Yeah, you can get little ones.
teeny.
No, I have like, because I don't do a bunch of like internal stuff. Like I like my ass eaten, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of similar. But with the butt plug, I just have small ones, and they're real small, and it doesn't feel much more than a finger. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's just like just get a little tap going on, put your finger on the butt plug and rub it up and down a little bit. You get a little bit of friction that way. I'm just saying.
Maybe because that is the only, like, again, she's satisfied. Oh my God.
Just a little finger size.
I'm gonna say that's like one of my ass. That's definitely like one of my fucking ass. That's like
Damn.
I'm working up to that, but
You'll get there.
that's not. I'm listening to fucking Village People. If that's fucking going on, I'm listening to YMCA.
have you ever tried like a vibrator on your taint area, or like just pressed against your butt plug or your butt plug, but your hole while you're getting a
There's a lot going
blowjob?
on.
You can get a little bullet vibrator that looks like a little lipstick, and you're giving head. And you just have it set there a little bit under your balls, little taint area, just a little bit of pressure. Doesn't have to be inside. And I have it on good authority that it works very well.
One of the wildest sexual experiences I had was a girl I dated. I was married before, and she was my rebound, and she was hot, and I do blow off her tits, and she was great. And good girl. And
Skiing on those slopes.
we
you know
go
what I'm saying?
go shopping for sex toys together. I never did that before. She got it. We got her a vibrator, dildo, whatever. And she was, and this is like also, she loved to get fucked in the ass. She loved anal, and I love fucking girls in the ass. So I'm like, well, mazel tov. And so I'd be fucking her in the ass, and she was fucking her pussy with a vibrator, and then that like vibration on my cock.
Amazing.
That's what
my
I'm saying.
God,
So
that
if you
was like,
if you can imagine getting the Glock 3000, right, with that vibration, it's at the base of your dick, like on the underneath. So it's sending the vibrations through your shaft while you're getting sucked. I'm just saying.
Okay. I'll bring it up at our next.
You got some homework to do.
I guess I do.
Y'all are gonna hit the love store.
Yeah.
I got to go. Really look this up. I'm taking Shroomy with me.
Place your order. They'll have it ready and just run it out to your car. It's fine.
It's just back in like early 2000s. You just didn't talk about that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like for a girl to for me to fuck a girl in the ass was cool, but you didn't really talk about it.
You just kind of did it.
You just did it.
Oh.
And you knew that she liked it, and with girls eating ass, they don't like it, they love it. There's not like a girl
Yes,
who
they
goes,
do.
The booty
right?
like groceries.
Right? Like that's just how it is, and I learned that really quick. That the girls that do it love it. Mm-hmm. Like they'll get fucking timeshare down there and fucking love it. Like I still to this day have girls I could call right now and as a reference go, hey, how's my asshole?
Booty licker 1,
5
booty licker
stars.
2, booty licker
5
3.
stars, Jeff. 5-star fucking asshole. And so, but that's
Well
why
done.
I had a bidet. I have a bidet from back when I was single. It was a tacit implication when a girl would come over, and if she'd go in my bathroom and she like, you have a bidet. I'm like, why? Yes, I do.
I'm taking care of business so we can get down to
So
business.
they knew that everything I had was fucking dredged and cleaned and
Tip top.
you know, fucking pulled an old fucking tire iron out of there or a license plate from the 1914 World's Fair coming out of there. Just all it's.
And
but it's
he
all,
says he doesn't put things in his butt.
that was called the 80s.
We don't talk about the 80s. What happened in the 80s stays in the 80s.
It fucking does. It
I don't know. I
fucking
wasn't
does.
born.
Well, it's way before fucking phones and before pictures. It's bad. That's why I went to college, late 80s, early 90s. If they had phones, cell phones back then with like pictures and video, I'd be in jail. All my friends would all be in jail. If the culture of now was back then, all jail.
Jail.
Gone. like we'd watch other guys make me fucking girls. We're sitting there watching, and the girls getting plowed. And my one buddy had a really nice house, had a ranch house. We'd all be sitting up by the pool. He'd leave his windows, the blinds open, and he'd be like fucking some girl from behind, and we're all sitting there drinking, doing bong hits, fucking watching.
Free show.
That's actually curious because I'm an exhibitionist, so works really well for the job. But when y'all are at a hotel, just leave the blinds open. Just walk around naked, masturbate in front of the window.
That's wonderful.
Fuck in front of the window.
Good girl.
Like, I'm just saying.
Good girl.
Because I think it's fun. I did a cam show once
That's great.
in Seattle.
Someone's got their binoculars.
Dude, no. This was sick because we were doing a cam show and we could hear all this loud construction like outside of the big windows. And we open up the windows and it's just going to town on the construction. So people would start tipping us on cam to go flash the construction workers from our window that's like way up. So we would stand up in the window because there was a ledge like this so you could stand on. We got up in the window and we're like flashing to the construction workers, and they were all just like the sound stopped. All right, let me just say, because they're all like this and waving, and we're waving down.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
I took Brandy on a cruise, Virgin Cruise Lines, so no kids. It's 18 and up. And we did 2 days in South Beach, went to Miami last year, and it was like every night. It was like Dexter's Kill Room. Like I was just fucking destroying her. And one time,
got the plastic sheets down.
One time, I come out with I walk out of the room with Brandy, and it was these 3 black girls were in the next room, and they come out at the same time. I look at them, and they looked at me. I went, yeah.
They knew.
Knew. They fucking knew. They gave me a look
much
like
soundproofing in those rooms.
It was just like this unwritten, unsaid thing.
You were talking, but you didn't even need to talk.
Exactly.
I love that.
It was hysterical.
Yeah. I love hearing people fuck in hotels. It's amazing. Yeah. I'll just sit there. I'll turn down the TV. I'm like, like up against the wall.
Whoever's, hey, if you're, well, I don't know, when does this thing drop? When do you drop this thing?
I don't know.
Because if anyone's going to be at the Hilton in Canandaigua starting tomorrow night for the next 4 nights, bring some fucking earplugs or take notes, because Jeffy's going to work on his woman. Absolutely. I'm putting a fucking miner hat on, like a West Virginia coal miner with the light on, and fucking NDOT workers around.
The hotel room instantly sells out.
Fucking cones around with the fucking people like diverting traffic. Yeah. Men at work, sign. Fucking, oh yeah.
Just man at work.
We don't see each other that much. It's like once a month we get together usually. So it's when we're together. It's
a fuckathon.
Well, hey, that keeps it fresh.
Shit. It does, and that's why she sends me fucking. Like I showed you one. She'll send me like GIFs and shit, like for either Instagram or on TikTok that turn me on, because it's like just so sexual. But it's not porn, but just stuff that she'll send me because she's naughty like I am.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
right.
She gets your love language.
Oh my God, she does.
That's awesome.
She just does. And so she's my person.
Yeah,
she's my person,
Yay.
and I love her so much for that, because at 54 I found my person.
Yeah,
it's
good to see. Because we've had people call in before, we have like Moose out there. He was calling in, and I just can't find anyone. It takes time, and sometimes it takes way longer than you think.
Yep.
And you can go through a bunch of different relationships. You can go through a bunch of flings, hookups, all that kind of stuff. But when you find your person, you find your person, and it is out there. So don't give up. Just keep searching.
Just keep on looking, man.
Hoe phase.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens
Hoe phase
eventually.
is wonderful.
Yeah.
I love my hoe phase.
Yeah. Embrace it. Embrace your hoe phase.
Yeah.
Don't rush it.
Don't rush it.
So here's my take on hoe phases is married for 13 years, and then you go in a hoe phase, like immediately. Because, I mean, our last year together, we had sex twice in a year. I'm like, what the fuck? And so did that. It's like when you want a value of your car, and you go to CarMax. Oh, you're going to sell it to them? Maybe, but I know my car is worth X. Mm-hmm. When you first start dating, the caliber of girls as a guy, like I was shocked at, like, not sugar babies. It was younger girls who were attractive. That's just all daddy issues, all of them. Don't care though, because I'll listen. But then I have the tongue like the wing of a hummingbird. I'm fucking going down there.
I can heal all of this for you.
I'll down there. Listen, you'll forget it for a while. You'll forget it for a while. And I don't even take fucking Blue Cross copay. Like, I'm not your therapist. But I will literally fuck out your trauma.
With the tongue.
Fuck the pain away. Fuck the pain away.
Yeah. That's a Chevelle song, I think. Let's send the pain below. But yeah, that was shocking to me. Just had low self-esteem coming out of that relationship that I was in because it was toxic and wasn't good. And to have like really attractive women, because my thing is I'm average looking, but I'm funny as fuck, and I know that.
Me too.
He really is. Take it from me.
That's my whole brand.
And that's a fucking zipper dropper for girls. Like if you're funny, you can get any girl you want because women love that. Love that. Women.
It just makes the panties fall.
Yes, it's a panty dropper.
Yep.
And so that was my thing, is that I would FaceTime a girl as fast as possible, because also for just what's it called, catfishing, to make sure that like
so many people have gotten catfished by me. I'm like, you didn't. How many years can they make excuses for not FaceTiming you or coming to see you? How many bus tickets can you buy that aren't even bus tickets, but just a Venmo transaction? Like, come on.
Bus ticket for what?
I don't know. Apparently, my grandma was dying at one point, and my mom was having health issues in the other. And I wish my grandma would die, but she's still kicking. So it's just look at the draw, you know? Don't get fooled. And also, I would never send my grandma money to help her. So don't get fooled.
Sorry, Gran.
Not sorry.
Not happening. Sorry, not sorry, Gran.
Not sorry. But this was great. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
And
very nice to meet you.
Where can everyone find you? What would you like to plug?
Well, not my ass. That's not fucking happening.
Well, you got to try it. I'm
sorry.
just saying.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I got to think about that one. Fargo Talks is a podcast. That's it.
And on Instagram, it's Jeff.Fargo.
Jeff.Fargo on Instagram, but
Cool.
I'm on TikTok, Jeff.Fargo. I'm fucking everywhere.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go like, follow, subscribe.
Yep. And we'll have a hookup for you in the description, so check out the description. And if you guys are interested in joining us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/TWND podcast. We post monthly photo sets. We have monthly Zoom chats with all of our dirtbag tiers. We do short films. We do bonus episodes, ad-free, all of that kind of stuff.
Different levels.
So join us there. And a few of you have joined recently. We had 3 new joiners, so thank you so much. And when we hit 55 subscribers, I will be eating a fruit by the foot off of Laura's foot. Woo! So go subscribe.
What's happening
Enjoy.
here? Trumi, what's happening here? I don't know either, Jeff. They're fucked. Okay.
All the fun shit.
Yes.
You can also follow the podcast on Instagram and X at TWND Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at ThisRedheadIsSFW. And
you can follow me at Wham Glam Artistry.
Thank you guys so much. Please leave us a rating, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. And we will see you Monday.
Come.
The Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast is presented by TWND Productions, created and hosted by Molly Stewart, co-hosted by Laura Contreras, and produced by David Warne.